Hi everybody, Cyclist 1222 here. Sorry it's been a while. I wanted to show you some of the other features of my inexpensive touring bike and what I've done with it to make it a good touring bike very inexpensively. First thing I wanted to talk about and show you, I forgot on my last video, my rear derailleur when I was going over my bicycle components is Shimano Olivio. And very good derailleur. You find this on a lot of inexpensive bikes. It's not a it's not a top of the line model rear derailleur by any means, but it works great. It works very smooth. It shifts very smooth, and I think it does a good job. No need to go buy a $150 a rear derailleur. Really not needed for the starter cyclists. I want to talk about my racks, the racks on my bike, and they're Bor Yueh racks, and I got them on Nashbar.com, and I paid $9 for them on sale. Unfortunately, I haven't seen them on there in a while. I don't know what the deal is with them, if they're available anymore or not, but they're very good racks. That's the rear one. I have the same rack mounted backwards on the front. They work very well. They're very sturdy. Haven't broken. I ride with them on all the time. I ride with a load on even when I'm not touring. I like to keep my bags on, and I like the feel of riding with some weight on the bicycle. But for $9 you can't go wrong with these racks if you can find them. Not bulletproof. If I was going on a bicycle trip around the world and I was going to be in remote areas, would I get a better rack? I sure would. But for someone starting out, staying in the US, I think a rack like this is fine. They work really well. Okay, so don't know if you can get them anymore, but there they are. My panniers, I have Nashbar panniers, and I can get it up here. These you can get on sale on Nashbar for about 20 bucks a set. That's a steal. Usually they run typically about $40, but you can catch them on sale for 20 bucks. I got 3 sets. You can see they have a compression strap across the middle. It's a compression sack style bag. On the inside, it's got the compression strap. You just kind of stuff everything in there, okay? And then the lid comes over. In the lid, you have this zippered compartment right there that you can put some stuff in. Now, if you have your bag packed full of stuff, you're going to have minimal use of that lid compartment, but it's there to use. Okay, you've got a nice side pocket on this bag. You can put some tall items in there. You can put your tent stakes or a lot of items in there. This bag is not waterproof, but it is highly water resistant. I have ridden with them in the rain, and they shed water pretty good. If it's a soaking rig, yeah, they're going to get wet. They're going to get wet inside. I always use plastic bags for the essentials that I need to keep dry on the inside, and I'll show you that kind of thing in another video. I do spray these on the outside, or I have sprayed them with some water repellent spray, some silicone or whatever it was, and that helps the water to bead off the Cordura material, and it prevents them from soaking up too much water in the rain and getting heavy. So that's always a good idea. And you can put rain covers over them. I do have several different types of rain covers that I could put over them if I have to. But a good solid bag. Again, if you're going on a bicycle trip around the world and you're going to be in remote places, again, yes, splurge, spend some more money, and maybe get some better, heavier duty bags. But these work very well. Great way to get started and to get into it. There's how they attach in the back. You've got your 2 hooks up at the top. You could maneuver those up or down. They're just put on with nuts and some little screws, and so you could shift those around. The backing inside here is plastic, so you got a stiff plastic backing which keeps it stiff. Your bottom bungee cord is adjustable. You can undo them here and put them through the different slots to move them left or right to adjust it how you want on your bicycle. Works very well, but they hold a lot. There's the one installed on the other side. They do hold a lot. I don't tour with a lot of weight on my bike. I keep it as minimal as possible. So if I have 10 pounds in a bag, that's probably about the highest I'll go. And I like to just run with the four bags. I'll put them on the front and the back. And what that does is, I do have rack trunk. I'll show you that in a minute, but I like to have my rack free and this top free, so when I'm out on the road, if I have to for some reason carry something large or whatever, I can net it to the top of my rack or even in the front and transport something if I had to. I have this net here. This was about $10 on Amazon. I forget the brand of it, but it has 4 hooks on it, and this thing is wonderful. It's well worth the $10 to net stuff across the top of your bags, across the top of your rack if you have to. But I only carry about 10 pounds tops in each bag. I always try to leave spare room in my bags when I'm on the road in case I pick something up or I have to put something extra in there, some extra food or what have you. So I have a little room in there. If you're a heavy traveler and you're going to have and you're going to put 15-20 pounds in a bag, you might think about getting a more of a heavy duty type bag, but these certainly are sufficient to start with. And for 20 bucks, if you can get a set for 20 bucks on Nashbar, you can't beat it. Here's my trunk bag. This is also from Nashbar. Okay, this thing, and this is another thing that I don't think is available. I haven't seen it on there, but this is their Elite rack trunk rack, I'm sorry, and I got this on sale for $27, and this thing is absolutely bulletproof. It's weatherproof. I've driven with this. It comes with the rain cover, but I've driven in torrential rain with this on the back of my bike without the rain cover on there, and everything inside it stays completely dry. Water does not get in. You have a top zippered compartment there to put stuff in. Okay. Then it opens up with a zipper here. You open up the main bag and you put stuff in. It also has an extension. This bag actually, and I'll show it in another video, but it'll actually rise and you can really stuff it full of stuff. It has 2 side pockets, okay, zippered. The zippers on this bag are waterproof zippers. You have the pocket in the back, waterproof zipper, pocket on this side. You've got the reflective material as you have. Lots of reflective material on these Nashbar panniers also on the side and in the back there, so it really lights up well at night to be seen. But that's the Elite Nashbar rack trunk, again on sale for $27, well worth the money. Unfortunately I haven't seen it on there in a while. I don't know why or if they've done away with it or not, but that's a fantastic thing to carry if you're just riding during the day and you want to carry a few items. I usually don't take this with me if I'm bicycle touring because, like I said, I try to go light, and I would just rather have the 4 panniers on there. Okay. The Bor Yueh rack on the back, the bracket that it gave to mount it on my bicycle design didn't reach, so I just used these. These are those shelf. The little brackets you mount to the wall to put your shelf brackets on there to hold your shelves up. I just cut them down and put it on there, put some bigger holes in it, screwed it on there, and it works great for my bracket for my Bor Yueh rack. Okay. Another thing, one thing that I definitely won't ride without are fenders. The fenders on my bike are Planet Bike Cascadia hybrid fenders. They're made out of a polycarbonate material. Okay, very strong material, and I'll tell you why. They mount easily. Not inexpensive. I've yet to find a fender that is really inexpensive. These will cost you, you know, somewhere in the 40s, maybe close to 50. But they are durable. They're strong. They mount easily. They have nice rubberized mud flaps on the back of them. Keep the water and dirt off your bike off of you. They're fantastic. I'll tell you how I know they're so tough. I was riding one day, a stick jumped up, caught my fender stays, and drove the fender back up under my rack. It actually folded it like a xylophone. You can see a fold there, and there's a fold here, a crease there, and there's another crease right there. You probably can't see it on the video, but that polycarbonate rack actually folded up and got stuffed right under my bicycle rack, and I thought it was ruined. I stopped, I took my rack off, and the fender popped out. It just popped right out, straightened right out. You can still see the creases, but I put my rack back on and off I went, and my fender's been fine ever since. So it didn't damage it whatsoever. All the mounting hardware on mine are stainless steel. All the attachment points are stainless steel. It tells you to install it at the chain stay cross member over here with a zip tie, but there was a hole in the fender. I just notched it out to the end, and my chainstay bridge has a bolt hole in there, so I just bolted it right to the bridge. I put my bolt in there first, and then I just lowered the fender down, because I notched it out right through the bolt and tightened the bolt down, and that to me holds it nice and sturdy, a little bit better than a zip tie. So fenders are fantastic. Never had fenders on bicycles before until I got this bike, and now that I have fenders on it, I wouldn't go any other way. Fenders are definitely a must in my book. Another thing I won't ride without is a rear view mirror. This is the Miracle Mtb Mirror. You can get it on Amazon. Usually it's on sale for less than 15 bucks. You can get free shipping usually. This mirror is fantastic. It's a good size. You get a great view with it. It's fully adjustable, up and down, left to right. This is a nice glass mirror. It gives you a great rear view, and it's just fantastic. You know, as I get older, I have trouble turning my head back to the left to see what's coming. This is safer. You don't have to take your eye off the road. It works great. I like them better than the mirrors that go on your helmets. The ones that go on your helmets, they're a little bit more difficult to see with. Sometimes they vibrate, and yeah, you can make them work, and I know they're sexy, and the lightweight maniacs and the racers like them because it's less weight, and that's fine. Use them if that's what's good for you. But this mirror right here is absolutely fantastic. Well worth. You probably get it on sale for 12-13 bucks, free delivery. Well worth it. Mounts easily on the end of your mountain type handlebars. They make another mount for you know, drop handlebars if you need to mount it on drop handlebars. But I won't ride without a rear view mirror. Other things that I got on my bike that are fantastic, I like to ride at night. I only ride at night in my familiar roads by my home, where I know the roads. I don't recommend riding at night when you know, you're on unfamiliar roads. It could be dangerous. But anyways, I've gotten several different lights over the years, and I come to find out, as always, sometimes the inexpensive ones are the best. These are this light here I've got mounted up here is a Belle Lumina. You get that with a rear light for a set for 26 bucks. Excellent light output. Takes 3 AA batteries. Puts a nice focused spot down the road for you. Lots of light comes out of this. I don't like the way the top comes apart to open the compartment to open up to put the batteries in there. It's kind of a little bit loose. There's no water seal there. It says it's water resistant, but there is no water seal there. So, you know, I don't know what's going to happen, and you know, if water would get in during the downpour, maybe. But throws good light down the road. My favorite light is again a Belle light. This is called the Belle Ipulse torch light, and this takes 4 AAA batteries. And believe it or not, you would think that this light throws more of a spot and that one would throw more of a flood, but no, this one it has a nice spot to it, but it also has a nice flood. What I like about this light is it opens up, you turn it in half like you're opening up a jar, and there is an O-ring seal in there, so that's good. It's very tough. I've dropped my bikes, crashed it many times on the front here, and have banged this light, and it keeps working and working. Also, this light has there's a hood over the light, so the light is blocked from your eyes, so it doesn't bother you. You're not blinding yourself when you have this light on. I've got it mounted on the front of my rack. I just made up a mount there to throw the light down the road and keep it low for a good view. But this light is fantastic. You can get this at Walmart for 20 bucks. I've seen it online also. You can get it online. But it really throws a nice light. Not as bright as the Lumina up there, the Belle Lumina, but it does throw a nice light, and it has a nice, as well as a nice spot, it has a nice flood effector. It has nice you know, light output to the sides. It's got these little eyebrow type lights here on the sides. So really good light. Really like that. A couple other quick things. Bicycle pump, tire pump. This again is a Belle pump. I got it at Walmart, 16 bucks. Inexpensive, works great. What I like about it is the bottom, it's got a nice blunt bottom which you put up against the ground. So when you pump it with the pump, you've got a nice solid surface. You're not holding it in your hand, you're pushing it against the ground. Works great, inexpensive, comes with some patches and some tire levers, and you mount it on there. That works great. These water bottles, I got this Gatorade water bottle at Dick's. It's got the valve in there, the suction valve. When you suck, the valve opens up, or you can squeeze it. 4 bucks at Dick's. This is what, 32 ounces or so. That works great for a bicycle water bottle. You can put your water in there, freeze it in the freezer, take it out for the day. You got nice cold water. Absolutely fantastic. So that's some more features. Oh, one more thing. The Schwinn cyclometer, or bicycle computer, 10 bucks on Amazon. On sale. You can get it with free shipping also. Works great. I've dropped my bike on this thing more times than not where it's popped off. I put it back on, it still works. It works fantastic. It's got all the features you're going to need on there. I won't go over them all. Look them up on the internet. Highly recommended. $10, inexpensive, works great, gets wet, keeps on working. Fantastic. So that's some basics of what I use when I tour. And again, I try to stay inexpensive. Can you buy a $150 rack? Yes, you can. Can you get $350 panniers? Yes, you can. And if you need them, fine, but you don't have to spend that much money. You can do it very inexpensively. Belle rear tail light, $10, Walmart. Works great. I've used it for a few years. 3 AAAs. Bad thing about it though, it's got a hard plastic seal in there where it opens up, and that seal deteriorates. So I'm going to have to replace that soon. But that's how I do it, and I hope that was helpful to you. Some more inexpensive tips on how to roll down the road. This is Cyclist 1222 out.